Transformers, the show! From Michael Bay to Marvel, UK and everyone on in between. Breaking news and toy reviews, every robot fan's wet dream. Grab a brew and join the crew, become part of our scene. Bring your mom, let's drink her own, make sure you're at least 18. Welcome to the show, the party and let's blow. Friday nights, let's go, Transformers, the show.
Bonjour mes amis! It's me, and I'm back again with another Blokees review, but this time we are looking at Classic Class Transformers 1 Optimus Prime and Megatron. Now these guys are the 6.5 inch, about the 6.5 inch scale figures, as opposed to the regular Blokees that are about 4.5 inches. Now I'm assured that the build is the same. Join me and find out. And here we are. I just want to draw people's attention to a couple of things on the boxes. We'll look at Prime to start off with. Ignoring the savagely dented exterior is the downside of using AliExpress. What you lose in secure packaging, you gain in, you know, a great price and a great delivery time. But it shouldn't detract from the fact that Blokees really do smash the box design. As I've mentioned in other videos, the holographic-esque nature of the box colouring, I don't know, it just makes me think of, shiny stickers from sticker albums. And it also makes me think action figures of old. It's very enticing. They're obviously different to the blind boxes that you get for the Galaxy versions of the Blokees figures, because they're blind boxes. So they want to entice you into picking them up from the shelf and seeing what they're all about. These, you know who you've got. You know, you've got Prime, you've got Megatron. But I think to keep the branding, I would say, in terms of almost lenticular, I had to research that word, so if it's wrong, don't tell me, because I went to a lot of trouble to work out, rather than keep using the word hologram. I don't know, they just make you, for me, you know, I've used the term, you know, appealing to the magpie in me. It's shiny, it draws your attention, so automatically makes you a bit more interested. Now I've been quite Prime centric in some of the bits that I've done, so we'll open up Megatron. I'm going to build them off camera, but let's take a look and see what's included in the box. Now I'm expecting them to be similar to the G1 Action Addiction version of Prime that Blokees were very kind enough to send me. But okay, so it is similar. Probably, I don't know. Looking at some of the contents now, I would say it's a similar build to the G1 one. It's obviously not as detailed as the smaller versions. Sorry, other way around. The smaller versions aren't as detailed as the Classic Class, but that's why they're called Classic Class. Yeah, so you can see parts are still on the sprues. You can have different hand options, different weapon options. What are we doing instruction wise? Okay, so instruction is still maintaining the blocky theme, more involved than the 4-inch versions, but not as involved as the Action Edition one. That's about it really. I feel like the instructions are always fantastic. And that's the thing, you know, I'm looking forward to building these. I expect them to be the same as the other Blokees. Fun, interesting, very detailed, but not difficult. I think all that really varies is the time it takes to build them. So let's get Megatron and Optimus built. Here we are. Optimus Prime and Megatron Classic Class from TF1. I need to get a spinning turntable, so I'm not having to do it. What an enjoyable build. Genuinely, really enjoyed it. The level of detail, it always feels like I'm waxing lyrical about Blokees, but they genuinely have got it nailed, I think. The detail on this classic class compared to the regular Galaxy versions that I've got to say, it's just next level, and we'll take a look in a second. Again, not the same as the G1 Action Edition, but it's to say they're a middle ground between the two versions that I've got. It's massively underselling what they're doing here. I mean, if you take the legs, as you're putting the legs together, you've got parts on there that are so detailed, yet they're under cover of other parts of the legs. So they're sculpting and giving an immense amount of detail to stuff you're not even going to see. It really is such a fun line, such a fun brand, and they are onto a winning formula with this stuff in a minute. I just hope that we get the characters we love, or we get a full collection, you know, and that the sales support them, because I love them genuinely. It's not to say, you know, it's all positive and stuff. The negative, the colours don't pop that well on Prime. Let's get him off the base. You know, he definitely is relying on good lighting, but that being said, you know, the idea is that he's got a metallic paint job, you know, and the lighting in this room probably isn't the best, but to his credit, he's perhaps not as dull as he looks on the camera. But one thing that does put me off on both Prime and Megatron is they are very, very leg heavy. I know in essence they are character designs, but I don't know. They just seem all legs. But I'm saying that as a bad thing, you know. Is that a positive? Is that a negative? I don't know. You'll see that Megatron is lighting up a bit more there. His LED works fine, Prime's doesn't, and I didn't have any CR927 batteries lying around, so I need to get some. But in essence, you saw Megatron's eyes lighting up. Prime's does the same. You can remove this panel here to show Megatron's transformation cog. On this on Prime, he's got a hatch that lifts up. Let's do it live on camera, and it's not doing it. Why? Because it goes no. I need some fingernails. There you go. So customary matrix of leadership. that will light up when the LED is working. Nice little feature. It's a gimmick for me. I'm not really bothered if it lights up or not, but the detail is exquisite, and the posability. I had them just there on the stand, which, by the way, is excellent with the little, you can't call them blast effects, but the little plastic outlines. Really nice touch, but the posability, I mean, shoulders, elbows, wrists, knees, hips, full waist swivel. The head will go a bit below 90 on both Prime and Megatron. But I think I've got Elita 1 and Sentinel Prime on order, waiting for that delivery. But it looks like I'm now collecting Classic Class, as well as Galaxy version, and as well as G1 Action Edition. I don't think there's a lot else for me to say, and I need to think of new adjectives when I review the next lot, because I think I'm going to end up using the same thing, using the same words and saying the same thing. Blokees have got it nailed on at the moment. They really have. Hopefully they can keep firing out characters in the same quality. The only thing I want is them out a bit quicker. Because once you build them, then what? Then what, Blokees? We have to wait for the next wave. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back with yet another Blokees video when the next shipment turns up. But maybe in the meantime, I'll try and review something else other than a build your own bot from Blokees. Join us Fridays, 8 PM on YouTube. More robot fun.